What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to show you how to make a very easy Bolognese sauce. I haven't done a cooking video in a while, so I figured I'd show you what I've been making lately. It's very easy to do. You don't need a ton of ingredients and a lot of effort involved. It's just it's putting it together in the right order. So anyway, let's get started. What you're going to need is medium-sized onion, 3 or so celery hearts. You can use 2 or 3, mid-sized carrots. I have petite carrots. Carrots are carrots. Some garlic. You're going to use 2 or 3 cloves of that. Mince it up. 1 pound of ground beef. 1 pound of Italian sausage. You can also use ground pork. Just make sure you add a little more seasoning, like salt, to the recipe if you use plain pork. Otherwise, it'll come out kind of bland. A 28-ounce larger can of crushed tomatoes, tomato paste. We're going to need a cup of white wine. I like to use sauvignon blanc. That's just a preference. You can use any kind of white wine. A cup of chicken broth, oregano, basil, parsley. You can use Italian seasoning, and then salt and pepper, and that's it. So in order to get this started, we're going to make our sofrito, which is basically onion, celery, carrots, and garlic. I'm going to get these chopped up roughly. We're going to use a food processor to mince it very nicely. So let's get started with chopping this up. And I like to have a separate bowl just to put everything in, all these ingredients anyway, so that it's really easy to dump them all in at once into the food processor. So let's get started. Alright, I like to use a rubber spatula to get everything in here. And also to scrape the edges down when it doesn't grind perfectly. Give it a couple of pulses. Tap the sides down. You want it to be ground up pretty well, but you don't want to turn it into a soupy salsa-like consistency. It might look like salsa, but it's pretty dry inside, so yeah, I'll show you. Anyway, this is what you want your sofrito to look like. And we're just going to put that aside for now. Well, the next step is we're going to brown the meat. Put it on the stove at medium-high heat. And then we're going to add our 1 pound of, I use 80/20 ground beef, and my 1 pound of Italian sausage. Yeah, this probably isn't exactly authentic, but it is very good. I like to use a wooden flat edge sort of spoon so you can break the meat up. And just do this for a while. You're going to get the meat nice and brown. I don't know how many minutes, maybe 10. Don't worry about any caramelization in the bottom of the pan. We're going to deglaze later with the sofrito and the wine. So yeah, get it nice and chopped up so that it looks like this. Let it sit in the same place for a while so that you get some good caramelization down here. That's going to add flavor later on. But every few minutes, give it a mix so that the stuff on the top can get down to the bottom. Okay, once it starts popping and crackling, you know you're ready to give it a stir, mix the stuff around, and then we're going to add our sofrito and our cup of white wine. And what this will do, we'll deglaze those delicious caramelized bits of meat on the bottom of the pan. Make sure to scrape them off the bottom once you add your wine. And mix it all together. You can scrape all these bits off, and that will add a lovely flavor to this sauce. Okay, you want it caramelized but not burnt, so let this wine and vegetable mixture come up to temperature in about 3 to 4 minutes after I get all the stuff off the bottom. Okay, at this point we can turn our heat down to medium. Add our full can of crushed tomatoes. and about 4 ounces of tomato paste. Typically they come in like 6-ounce cans, so I just grab a big old scoop out of there and add that. Then I give it a stir. Make sure you really stir up the tomato paste, as it's a little bit thicker and tends to clump. For salt, I would say approximately a teaspoon. Okay, you can always add more later. Black pepper, I'd say probably half a teaspoon. Basil, half a teaspoon. Oregano, half a teaspoon. Parsley, full teaspoon. I like parsley in my pasta. I think it adds a quality flavor. Let this simmer after you stir it up a bit. You can at this point turn your heat on to low. And then for the final ingredient, we're going to add two cups of chicken broth. Give it another stir. And then turn the temperature down to simmer. And then we're going to let this simmer, no lid, for about 2 to even 3 hours. You could do if you really like your sauce very thick. But yeah, just once in a while, you know, every 30 minutes or so, come out and stir it around. All right, here it is about 2.5 hours later. Looking perfect. Sometimes you'll have a little bit of grease along the sides, but if you mix it up well, it's just more flavor. So yeah, that's it. That's what it looks like when it's all done. Nice, thick, delicious meat sauce. Ready to be served on your favorite pasta. I typically do spaghetti. It seems to work the best, but you know, it doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want. All right, we got some golden hour here. May as well take advantage of it for spooning this delicious Bolognese sauce. It's fantastic. I highly recommend you make it. If you're ready to impress the girlfriend or wife or whatever, this is so easy. It's like Italian sloppy joes or something. It's the easiest thing you could possibly make. And it's delicious. I mean, it tastes fantastic. And you don't want to blow it out of the park. Make some fresh pasta with it as well. Like I said, check out my other video about the Phillips pasta maker. This doesn't even really need cheese, but you know, why not? Make it look all fancy and Italian. All right, hopefully that looks good. Hard to tell in this crazy light. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Got any questions, leave a comment or thumbs up, or I don't know, who cares. Talk to you later.